Wow, and the carnal tamer, see, he walks in like it's nothing. The caress has it there, the hyena doesn't bite it. I'm touching the hyena. Wow, it's rough, it's a fur no longer, no, I don't want to do it anymore. And it's an extremely intimidating experience to be here. Yeah, I'm pretty scared.
I use my magic to touch him and do everyone who want to do with him.
Man, it doesn't. I saw my life pass by. We are currently residing in Nigeria and have made our way to the Kano region, where we have chosen to immerse ourselves in a community of individuals known as the hyena man. In this video, we will witness how this tribe successfully tamed one of Africa's deadliest species. Look closely to understand their incredible achievement. How is it that the children live with poisonous snakes from a very young age? How this subculture, which many estimate to be hundreds of years old, has developed? And how their skins resist sharp knives, to which they give an explanation of powers acquired by black magic. Come on, no doubt that will be extremely interesting, and the Hyena Man community awaits us. Let's hit it! So first things first, what are the Hyena Men? From their simple name, we can intuit that they are tribes that have been dedicated to catching hyenas and breeding them for decades. People have a habit of keeping these creatures as pets, crafting garments from their skins, using their heads as trophies, and exploiting them in circuses for both entertainment and profit. From the moment we arrive, it is evident that they have several hyenas chained up with very thick muzzles. Wow, I have never seen a hyena up close before, and yes, they are very intimidating. However, we can see that these men are not afraid of them at all. This man is extremely fearless. Look, evidently he has tamed this African hyena. A demonstration of how when he wants the knife to cut, it cuts, and when it doesn't, it doesn't cut.
No one.
Cuando no corta. See then? I saw my life pass by. Wow. Despite what many might believe, this really has no religious context and has become cultural through the generations. And if we go to a very simplified explanation, it's all for the purpose of putting on a circus, from sticking their hands to their entire heads between their strong jaws to being able to scrape their necks with supposedly sharp knives. And it is a trade that people learn since they are very young, usually by the teachings of their parents or grandparents. Now here's a very disturbing fact. It is said that one of the most common reasons why children are stolen in Nigeria is to perform black magic rituals on them. According to the beliefs surrounding black magic, it is extremely interesting to note that practitioners claim they can capture elusive creatures by rendering them invisible with spells and rituals. These powerful enchantments are achieved through the sacrifice of other animals and, in some cases, even human beings. Another interesting rumor is that many of these people use hyenas to be able to do robberies in the street and even in banks. It is highly unlikely that anyone would counterattack against an individual wielding a tamed hyena restrained on a chain. A considerable portion of Nigerian society tends to experience fear in their presence due to a prevalent belief that these men are endowed with split personalities. Already the village people are gathering for the show. I see hyenas, I see snakes, I see knives, swords. This is definitely going to be intense. That was heavy. Look, I've seen a lot of crazy things throughout my travels, but few on the level of this one. The first thing that happened was that the whales were taken out by two huge, very strong animals. One of them clearly did not want to be there. It was very, very unruly. The other one was much better tamed, much calmer, to the point where they even removed its muzzle. Not only that, but one of the people taming her was putting her hand in the hyena's mouth, her whole arm. Sometimes the hyenas lose control a little bit. They go from one side to the other and people have to open up. I've been scared to death several times when I was filming, and out of nowhere I see the hyena running a meter away from me. It doesn't matter who you step on behind you. And yes, in general, people run everywhere. One thing that was really very impressive, and certainly what shocked me the most, was when they grabbed a baby and put it next to the hyena, which the hyena, by the way, did not have a muzzle. It was horrible to watch. There is no other way to put it, but yes, the whole show was complete overkill, and that part was a ridiculous hazard. Now, I do have to say I had mixed feelings watching this. The hyenas obviously look very battered. They get in a few good whacks to keep them still. If it is a shocking scene, very impressive, but also a bit cruel. Now, what impressed me the most was when they grabbed the cobra and shoved it down the boy's pants. Really, the cobra passed at the level of the boy's genitals, went through the top of his pants and stayed there. Once they got the goat out of the pants, the cobra was asleep, and one of the tamers insists that this is thanks to the powers of voodoo that puts it to sleep and makes it easier to tame. And likewise, they say they can withstand the edge of a knife. So they grabbed the child and did an act where it looked like a knife went through his head. But the most impressive thing was when they put the knife through the child's tongue and then through his ear. What they do is that first they show you how the knife can cut papers, bags, fabrics, and then they run it through his tongue, through his neck, through his ear, and do nothing. I don't know if this is a visual trick in which they flip the knife, one side is sharp and the other is not at any cost. They firmly believe that black magic is responsible for it, and it definitely has a striking visual effect. Suddenly they start fighting with sticks and knives. The reason behind having all spectators maintain a safe distance during the show is due to the potential risks involved. If people crowd too closely together, this could pose a serious threat, as any unpredicted movements by one of the animals, for instance, could result in injurious attacks. Look how it is a combination of laughter, adrenaline, sorrow, cruelty, and fear. Wow! Shocking is the adjective that I think best describes it. Let's proceed to have a conversation with several tamers. He is Alabuda. He is one of the most experienced hyena men in the region. He will share with us some of his knowledge.
Them I inherited from my father. My father has inherited from grandfather and the nest. That is why since my small boy, touch it.
I touch it. Está duro.
Make I show you something. Give me your shirt. I put my caps.
Yeah.
If I put you my caps, let me show you what is going on. You dey hear? You dey hear? What is happening? Who want to do it against?
Hurt? Yes, it hurt, but it wasn't fatal. And look at it all broken. I'm hard-headed. What he is telling me is to grab the knife, that it is strong, that is, it is obviously metal. And he says that while he touches me, while his hand is on me, I will be able to bite it and break it with my teeth. Okay, now, they're giving me a demonstration also of how see, this kernel eats fire. So see how my brother grabs the balls of fire and then he eat it right here. He is literally eating fire. The tribe with which we have just lived is in the villages far from the city. These are practices you would expect to see in rural communities in Nigeria. But now I have been brought to meet a family of hyena men who are in the middle of the city, in the middle of the suburbs. See how these are the streets of the neighborhood, motorcycle cabs passing by, lots of commerce, people on the street and inside their homes, and they raise hyenas for the same purpose. Here at the entrance of the house, they have some heads, they have snake skins. Yes, all animals that these people here have hunted from the wild. Wow. There she is, and they have her without a muzzle. This is very scary. Really? If that chain breaks and you can see that she's furious? No, this is actually frightening. It felt like they had a better grip on things in the other community. It's concerning considering we're located right in the heart of the city. You saw how crowded the streets are around here. And the carnal tamer comes in as if it were nothing. He touched the hyena and the hyena does not bite him. See how it grabs his mouth? They don't have him as a hunting dog. They have him as like an ill-tempered chihuahua, a rabid chihuahua. This is of course more shocking than anything we have just seen, but it still manages to stun. See how he kisses her? My carnal gets close to her, one-on-one. He is putting his arm in her mouth. What is that? What's wrong with my friend, and why is the hyena so calm? She's letting him smell his neppy. See that? Its huge jaw, bone-shattering carrion, and putrid flesh in its nipe. And now kissing him. Wow! No, this is what they don't even muzzle him is, look, I've seen men with huge balls. I think this guy takes the prize. This broder is awesome. It's my brother's egg, hey? And let's be clear that this is our friend's house. Here we are seeing his room, his living room, his flip-flops, his family who is here visiting. This is not a place for hyenas. This is his house. This is literally his pet. Well, they've already muzzled his tail. It is called la hyena, which means lucky in the local language. And I'm told it's safe to enter so I can see it up close. Okay, my friend here is urging me to touch it. Okay, I'm touching the hyena. Wow, it's rough, it's a fur no more, I don't want to do it anymore. The laugh you hear me is a nervous laugh. It's a very rough fur, and it's an extremely intimidating experience to be here. Yes, I am, I'm pretty scared. I ask about his methods for training a hyena, what techniques he employs. He says it's something you're born with, something you inherit from your family, because he, in fact, considers himself to be from a legion of half hyena men. We were uncertain about the hyena diet. They claim both goat and beef are her food. They don't give her the live animal. Instead, is given already dead. He also informs us about the high cost of maintaining a hyena due to the exorbitant prices of goat and cow meat, which adds to the overall expenses. And when we asked him about the legal issue, he told us that not just anyone can keep a hyena. In order to possess and hunt this particular animal, you must possess a special permit as the top-ranked hunter. Similarly, when you take the hyena out of its home, out of its, out of its den, you have to notify the law, take out a special permit, and make sure that you are going to take it through places where it cannot cause public disturbance, so to speak. So if you look in the eyes of the Nigerian law, this is all under control. I mean, just see out of the house. This is the main gate here, then there's the street, then there's the whole flow. Quite a lot of people here. If all of a sudden the hyena gets out of control and all of a sudden the chain breaks, they get careless, they left the door open, whatever the chaos would be. You have to have a lot of confidence in the hyena men, in the authorities that give them the permits. This is something very surreal. That is the word surreal. Well, we've glimpsed into the intriguing world of Nigerian men, reminding us of the vastness and diversity of our planet. It's a reality to reflect upon, highlighting the immense variety that exists. Did you have any thoughts? Please write them in the comments section below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss out on our upcoming adventures. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll be back with another new video soon. Take care.